Hashem Rakakwadash Shalom to the 144,000 years. Shalom to you all. And that's the Most High. When the Most High comes, he's coming for the elect. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. And that's from 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4. And I will read that, and I'll read a bunch of precepts I got here. Well, this is a video that was put up by GMS South Carolina 08, warning, accept no person against thy soul. Then it says hashtag agent. I don't know this individual. If you watch this video, he's out at the gun range with a, I believe, he's with a long gun, a rifle. I think he mentioned something about an AR-15. He's showing bullets and all that. He's got the military green on. And he had made a statement. He had, let me see. Okay, in this video that was put up yesterday, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I watched some of it. And it says Army of Yahushai. Right away when you see Yahushai, you think of GMS. You think of other. You mainly think we constantly push it up GMS. Yahushai, the word Yahushai. The water that Saturday camp was edifying. Never, as this video states, we're not familiar with this individual right here. He just came out of nowhere. If you click on his page, he just got on there. He got a handful of videos. He's been on this thing for about a month. He's not part of GMS. And even if he wanted to be a part of GMS, he can't because the camps are closed. No more new members until further notice because we're in a house cleaning right now. You know, when you clean the house, you don't let any new things in. If you get new furniture, you don't bring the new furniture in while you cleaning the house. You clean the house. You're throwing old shit out. You're mopping, you're cleaning, you're dusting, whatever the hell you're doing. And then when everything's cleaned out, you bring in the new stuff. So this man is not a member. We believe he's set up just because of the way he rolled out with the long gun. He had the sword. And he's bringing out scriptures. He's using the Paleo Hebrew. And see, the scriptures speak about being circumspect. Being circumspect. So the elder right here is being circumspect. There should be a whole bunch of videos on this topic. And I got it because I went to my, we're watching everything, man. And I said this. No one is to do videos of them at a damn gun range. No one in GMS I'm talking about is to be cleaning out, breaking a firearm. No one is to be out there flipping, with military gear on. Just teach. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's very simple. Eat the roll and go out and teach the sons of Israel. That's it. Not make sure you go out to the gun range. Make sure you swing that sword. The scriptures speak about being wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And it also says we are sheep in the midst of wolves. Where you ever see a sheep with a AR-15 or a 9mm or a rocket launcher, javelin? Where you ever see a sheep stick his head out of a tank? Sheeps are vulnerable. It says we are sheep in the midst of wolves. We're the weak ones. It ain't about a tough guy thing. Hey, that situation that happened with the IUIC and the ISUPK, I was clearly wrong on both sides. Y'all, both sides knew that something was going to go down. Tension was going to mount up. Here they are on the same corner. Two different camps on the same corner. Now, let's say IUI said, well, we were here first, and this is where our camp is, and they just set up. So we ain't going to let them kick us off the block. Well, a sheep will move. If there's a sheep in the field and a wolf comes, the shepherd dog, and I seen this actually happen, man. I did this delivery at this, like a farmland, and the dog looked like one of the sheeps. So I'm taking pictures of the sheep, and all of a sudden I see this sheep coming running fast at me, and I said, damn, sheep don't run that fast. And it was a dog, which is a shepherd dog, and the dog barked at me because he's doing the job. That's the way pastors, shepherds supposed to be. They're supposed to watch over the flock. What does Hebrews say? Let me go to that real quick. And I actually saw this. You know, you can hear about it and read about it. And did you ever see that? Yeah, on TV. No, I saw it in real. I went to an actual farm. I did a delivery. I had my camera. I noticed there was about maybe 50 sheep out there grazing, eating grass and so forth. And I didn't realize there was a shepherd dog there until that motherfucker started jetting at me. But there was a fence there. The dog couldn't do nothing. But he came up. He noticed, wait a minute, this motherfucker gonna try to take one of the sheep. And that's how we supposed to be. And I did put it on video. This is years ago. We talking, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. But anyway, where'd I say I was going to go? I hate that. I forget where I said I was going to go. Because I got so many precepts in my head. I put together a list of about, I don't know, good. Let me just double check. Good 10, 12, 13 precepts. So there's precepts all in my head. When I watched the video, precepts just started coming in my head. But anyway, it has something to do with this. Oh, it just came back. Bruce 13 and 17, but it's 7. So let's see what it says. Okay, it says, remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High. That's talking about the leadership, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. Now, you recently had the Yasef or Japheth, whatever his name is, the bishop, the fiery bishop. He got a whole different spirit. He ran right to vocab. It'll show you that the spirit just left him. He went right to vocab, talking about I'm a Christian now. Gentiles can make it. Everything that he had, he vomited back out. Well, it says, let me go to that. Good word. I believe it's good word. Good word. I'm going to read that in NLT. I'm a little all over the place. I think it's sweet words. It's either word or words. Okay, let me try it this way. Try it this way. I'll find it. Okay, I found it. Proverbs 23, verse 8. The morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. Here's another one. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Now, this is talking about, this is a topic within itself. What does it mean by in thy mouth it was as honey? Revelation 10. The words that sweet in your mouth is this truth. The knowledge of the Most High, the knowledge of the fact that you know that you're an Israelite and so forth. And the prophecies, mainly the prophecies. And this guy, Jessup, he vomited all that up. The wine burst, the bottle burst, or it seeped out. The wine bottle can either burst or the wine could seep out. So you don't even realize. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to that too. I'm gonna hit that too. I'm gonna hit that precept too. So it says, Proverbs 23 verse 8, the morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up. So whatever knowledge you did receive, you followed IUIC, then you broke off very quick. And I don't know if you stayed with them for a year or a couple of months or whatever, and you look, I got this thing, I don't need them no more. I'm going to do my own thing. And you went and you pretty much regurgitated everything that your doctrine was the IUIC doctrine. And all you camps that break off, like from IUIC, there's a bunch of camps, bunch of groups that broke off from the IUIC, and they all kept the same doctrine. They wear the fringes of white, wear the garments, the order. They all get a school with the fancy logo in the back, and they teach the same exact thing as the IUIC teachers, but they're just not part of IUIC. And that's what he did. But you know what happened? All that went out of him. All that air went out of him. It says, how sweet are thy words unto my taste. Yeah, when you hear it, it tastes good. And then it said in Revelation 10 that it should be bitter in my belly, because it's beautiful to hear this, but then when you go through different things, your woman might might leave you, your job might fire you because they saw you, your boss, a co-worker saw you out there speaking, and they looking at you different. And then you kind of realize that somebody damn saw me and shit, you know? Hey, I worked on jobs where they knew. There's one guy, he said, you part of you part of something. You know, this guy. Hey, the dude, Freddie. The dude that motherfucker remind me of Vocab, man. They could be brothers. But he's Sicilian on both sides, not like you, Vocab. Yeah, Freddie. Oh, shit talking Freddie. You're part of some kind of movement. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, nah, you're part of something. You're part of something. And we had one job which was owned by Small Hats, 2 Small Hats. And we used to call, hey, brother, we were so bold. We used to call ourselves by the Hebrew names. We had road names. You know, you had to pick a road name. You know, you had the regular name, then you had the road name. So you know what my road name was? Tahar. Gabar's road name was Gabar. And then we had other brothers that fell out years later that had the Hebrew names. We used to salute each other in front of the bosses and whatnot. But the bosses were cool. As long as you made money for them, they were cool. And they paid good too. You know, you had a smile on your face at the end of the week. If you didn't, because a lot of these niggas, they came in there playing dice, whatever you call it, bullshitting. There's always Jake. Then they get a check for about $50 and they crying, asking niggas, can I borrow some money? Well, nigga, you should have been out there on the road working. And I come into work, I come in to goddamn work to get paid, yo. Anyway, it says, how sweet are thy words unto my taste? Yeah, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Let's see what this one says. Let's see if this is related. When their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. pleasant words are as an honeycomb. The pleasant words are just words that we're teaching. Sweet to the what? To the soul, and health to the what? To the bones. The spiritual, the soul is the spirit, and the bones is your spirit, the inner man. So the ones that, the ones of you that cannot get this, you got to leave them alone. You got to leave them alone. They ain't supposed to be sitting down debating. Well, I believe in Buddha. We're going to have a debate. I believe Buddha is a god. You believe? I'm not going to have to sit down and have no debate with some guy talking about he Buddha. Oh, the new thing now is Indians. We ain't Jake. We never came. There was no slave ship. Where the slave ships at, brother? If there were slave ships, where they at? Where they at? They're at that big warehouse in. I'm gonna tell you where they at. They're in that big warehouse in the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. Remember the end of the movie? They put the Ark in a box and they put it somewhere. They had a bunch of boxes. Well, that's where all the slave ships are. They're in that fucking museum. You find that museum, you find the slave ships. Okay, where the like I can say this. I can say I'll get back into it. I'm ranting. You got movies of 52 Chevys, right? And you'll have documentaries on the 52 Chevy, and I can say, well, there ain't no such thing as 52 Chevys. Well, where they at? Well, they're gone. They're dead. They're riding. There may be a handful that people that rebuild cars. You might, if you find 100 of them on the planet, that's a lot. But 52 Chevys go. You don't see no damn shit. I'm thinking of some old cars when I was a kid. The most shark tail cars. I'm talking about like GTOs, the 67 GTO. You don't see them. You don't see them parked on the street, unless you got certain guys that are into renewing cars and shit like that. Ain't nobody renewing those ships. All them ships are gone. All that wood is dead, is gone. Where's the ships at? If you came over here in cargo slaves, it's where they at. That's a nigga for you. That's when you run from a nigga. You run from them. And then you got like I said, you got guys now with this. We're not black. We're not Africans. We're Native Americans, and I agree. But those are Israelites. But you got Jake that came over here against their will. There's many documents on it. Well, the white man made the documents up. Well, the white man made the documents about you being an Indian. Where's your connection? Was you born on a reservation? How do you know George Washington lived? How do you know Malcolm X? Did you ever meet Malcolm X? Stop playing them fucking games, man. This is why we don't sit down and debate nobody. We ain't got no time to debate. Our thing is to push this word out, not go to the gun range, not playing no fucking frisbee. Not going to Disney World. And King Marshall said, if I had $1 million, I'd take all of y'all to Disney World. And I looked at him sideways and shit. I said, man, I ain't come here to fucking do no Disney World shit. I'm here to do this work, But anyway, you got to eat. If you're not eating this word and you haven't digested this word, or if you are called and not chosen, you're going to fall out eventually. Bishop Jessup proved that. His face looked different. He had the cap on. He had the long beard. He didn't even sound like he sounded when he was out there on the high, yelling, yeah, you damn devils, that's right, man. He had that WWE spirit on him. But now he's just a regular Jake talking about, the Gentiles can make it. Oh, we ain't going out there. Oh, there was a picture that Sarnetta, the Edomite Sarnetta, that Vocab put up of some woman kissing his boot. And he said, if I saw that woman again, I apologize to her. Yeah, because that's the Most High took that spirit from you. The wine was gone. Let me come back over here. So the sweet words are the words that come out of this book. But you understand this book through teachers that the Most High set up through the Holy Spirit, through the Comforter. The Comforter is not the Bible. The Spirit that comes with the Bible is the Comforter. Okay, so remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the words of the Most High, whose fate follow, considering the end of their conversation. Because you got a lot of guys that come in, many are called, but few are chosen. You got a lot of people that come in, they don't grow, they're stuck on stupid, they're shiftless, and they might have been in this thing for 8 years, but they come off like a motherfucker that been in this thing for maybe 3 to 6 months. Most High's not working with you, man. The scriptures speak about of quick understanding. Oh, 16 verse. But to do and communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices the Most High is well pleased. When we do these videos, we're constantly communicating with people. Another one, 15 verse. By him, through, you can read the whole chapter. By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to the Most High continually. What does praise mean? You're praying to the Most High and you're doing his work. And it says continually. You should be doing videos every day. You should be reading your Bible, inside joke. That is the first of our lips giving thanks to his name. Ooh, there it goes, to his name, to his name. And now we knew that this guy was gone, Bishop Jessup. We knew that he was gone before he went down that road to perdition, because he's gonna be destroyed. But he'll come back. But when he took away, he used to come up against us. He used to mention our names, curse us out. When he started saying the Lord never performed no miracles, he said on a vocab show that there was never no Red Sea thing. So look, vocab was more closer to the truth than he was. Then this was maybe 9 months ago, maybe 6, maybe 9 months ago, not even a year, maybe a year. He took down the name, because the name of the group was One Body in Yahushua, and he took down the Yahushua and just had one body. So we knew that this was a matter of time before all that oil and came out of him. So when he went on Vocab's show, he was just an empty, old ass wine bottle with no wine in it, no fumes of wine in it, dried up and dead, plucked up, twice dead. Them are powerful words, Jude. Plucked up by the roots. There's no growth. He's dead. Just put him in a coffin. They should have just put him in a coffin and buried his ass 6 feet deep, because he's dead spiritually, and not long from what I'm speaking. Don't be surprised if the Most High just he commits suicide or something, or a demon jump on him and make him, shoot up a restaurant or something, or he kill himself or whatever. He does something crazy, kill his wife and his children, whatever the case may be. And the ones that followed him, they're all dead. They're all dead in the spirit. They're part of the congregation of the dead. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to the. I'm praising the Most High right now as I'm teaching. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Praise to the Most High continually. That is the fruit of your lips, giving thanks to his what? To his name. What is his name? Why would the Most High keep saying, calling my name, asking my name? I will give it to you if you ask for my name. My name this, my name that. Do not name any other gods. The commandments, the first 10, is about the name, praising the name of the Most High. But he's not going to give you the name. 16 verse. But to do good, what does it mean to do good? To do the work, and to communicate. Forget not, for with such sacrifices the Most High is well pleased. So we have given our body up as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to the Most High. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourself, for they what? Watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. So when we see, let me get this. Okay, so when we see stuff like this, we're supposed to warn you. See, you got the sword there, then he got the books there, then he got a long gun there. I believe that's an AR-15. He got the magazine, and he's, trying to sneak in. You're talking about Shalom and Yahushai and Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Anyway, let's get into some of these precepts. Hey, maybe he should get with the Sakari. Sakari, they carry sticks. And this is E. See, the way E wants to get at Jake is by making them look like they terrorists, man. Like they blow up shit. And I got to keep up with this thing, this hospital being a bomb dropping on this hospital out there in the Middle East with, wounded patients in there. It said 500. I think it's more than that. But 500 is a lot of people. And among them people were men, women, children, babies, pregnant women. So now it's an argument back and forth as to who did it. And it'll come out as to who did it. Israel say they didn't do it. The Hamas did it. But now they're saying there's another group of terrorists that did it. But it's all going to come out in the wash. And the elder out of Las Vegas, I was watching some of his video. I was watching the video that I'm talking about right now with the guy with the gun. Then I watched the other video, and I had to get up and do a video myself. But he said that there was another group. So I hadn't heard the new news on that. As soon as this video's over, I'm going to go right to CNN and the various news companies to see what they say, and I'm going to go to various, what do you call it? You got the mainstream media, and then you got the alternative news. So, I'm going to be watching the alternative news of the preppers and the Alex Joneses just to see what's going on, man. And it seems like a lot of people, I don't know the count, but a lot of people are looking at, in a war, you look at who's a bad guy and who's a good guy. In war, there's really no good guys or bad guys, especially now. But, you got Israel, and then you got, really, they're coming against the Palestinians, not the Hamas. They're using Hamas. But the world, according to news, when you watch the various world news channels, American mainstream media, then the world media companies, it seems like there's a lot of people that's taking the side of the Palestinians and looking at the Israeli government as the bad guys. Like I said, I got to see what's going on with this whole hospital thing. They're playing the blame game now. But how did I get to this? Okay, I went to the wrong. Let me go over here. So I'm going to just bust out these precepts right quick. Paul describes himself. Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Yahushai, who in presence am base among you, regular guy, but being absent and bold toward you. See, the Apostle Paul wasn't no 7'5" giant with muscles with a big sword in his hand. You know, he just looked like a regular person. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some. Right, the one that we bold against is the one that ain't right, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. What does it mean to walk according to the flesh? You coming on a physical level. You Homo sapiens and your guns. You coming on a physical level. See, like Sakari, they'll carry the sticks around, the guns around. Now, mind you, the New York camp don't do that because there's a strict law against having guns, period, in New York. Even though the Supreme, I believe it was the Supreme Court or federal court overturned that because Second Amendment, but they're still saying fuck this, fuck that court. We're gonna do what we want to do. So the Sakari in New York, they don't have guns, but in other states they have guns because I'm pretty goddamn sure they're licensed to carry. But you know, but anybody that comes up against you, they're gonna be choice with their words because they're saying these niggas is, you know, they got them sticks, they got them long guns. I'm not gonna say nothing. Well, the scriptures speak about us being sheep in the midst of wolves. The scriptures speak about us being sheep in the midst of wolves. And the only thing that we're supposed to display to the people are these scriptures. That's the only weapon that we have is these scriptures. Our weapon is truth. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, meaning we get up, we walk, we go to the bathroom, we eat, we sleep. You know, we watch TV, we whatever. We drive, we do whatever, we work, we do whatever. We do not war after the flesh. In other words, this is not this is a spiritual warfare. And there was certain men that in the past that had army of GMS and, you know, swords. I said, take all that out. Army, swords, all that. Not even spiritual army. You can say spiritual, but just say spiritual. Just say spiritual. That's it. Because Esau's looking for those buzzwords. Like if you say the small hats with the J, if you say it outright, or you even say E, you know what I mean by E, they'll take it. Those are buzzwords, man. The algorithms pick that up. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. So the strongholds are these lies. When we were children, we all thought, and you can tell me I'm going to tell you a lie if you say different. All of us, when we was 8 years old, 9 years old, when we were kids, all of us were Christians. Some of y'all were Muslims. Most of y'all were Christians. And most of y'all had the picture. That wasn't in my household. But most, like friends I went to, they all had 3 pictures up on the wall. They had a picture of Caesar Borgia, then they had Kennedy, and then they had MLK. But they had, the order was Caesar Borgia first, and then Kennedy second, and then MLK in the back. I remember that. I remember been in many houses that had that. You go to you got Spanish friends. You go to their houses, their mother mainly. When you go inside the house, they'll have a shrine with Lazarus and a piece of rotten bread and a damn shot glass of Cavassier or whatever the hell that's in there, brandy. And it's a goddamn cracker with ancient ass crutches. You have y'all been to Spanish motherfucker's house? And I remember my demon when we went to her mother's house. I just cursed the whole. There was my demon, her sister, and her mother, and everywhere you went, she had about. I'm not exaggerating. She had about 8 pictures of Caesar Borgia all up in the house, and she had Lazarus in the front. And I just lost and I cursed him. I said, the fuck you doing with all these crackers up on the wall? So the sister said, what are you talking about? Like, you call him a demon? He ain't no demon. I said, first of all, Christ is black. He said, show me that in the Bible. She pulled out a Bible. I said, that's a Spanish Bible. Give me an English Bible. And I showed it, and she shut the hell up. You know? It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down the strongholds. Now, as children, when you prayed, you pictured a Caesar Borgia, which they called Jesus. So, but now that's how that's played out. Even Edomites are saying, well, of course, Jesus was a black man. He lived in the Middle East. These are Edomites, white people. It says casting down imaginations. Imaginations start with what? The mind, right? Let's go to that. Imaginations. Bear me for a minute.
Strong's G 3053. Lagismas. Lagismas.
Lagismas. Right, thought, imagination, a reckoning, computation, a reasoning, use your mind, such as is hostile to the Christian faith, a judgment decision, such as conscience passes. So this all goes back to the mind. Why as a child I thought that Jesus was a white man, but as I grew up I began to realize that he was a black man because of these truths that came out when you go into the scriptures. So what does Esau do? When you bring out the picture of the Messiah, said, well, he had hair on his head was white. It was talking about his whole head, so he was a white man. So, but that's the glorified Lord. So you're going to come down with the curse of leprosy, which is supposed to be put out the camp? Are you out your damn mind? Casting down in imagination every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, which is the scriptures, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. So what does the scriptures say? The scriptures say that this thing, well, this scripture right here says this is a spiritual war. Oh, Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6 and 10. What does that say? This is a spiritual war. We wrestle not. Matter of fact, let me go to that since it came to my mind. And I may come back to 2 Corinthians and read it in a NIV, NLT. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might. How are you to be strong in his might? By carrying around a long gun, a Desert Eagle, a 9, a Uzi. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The devil is spiritual. We're talking about the spiritual demon Satan. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So let's say you go to a haunted house. If you believe in haunted houses, and they are haunted houses, there's spirits in certain houses. There's many accounts on that. You go with, with a 9, Desert Eagle, AR-15 and Uzi. You go with a AK, and you see a spirit and you shoot at it. What's the spirit going to do? Is the spirit going to die? No, because that's the spirit realm. Guns are part of the physical world. You can't kill a spirit with a gun. Michael came down disputing over the body of Moses, and Jude, he said, he just rebuked Satan. He said, Satan, I rebuke it. Get back. I'm taking the body of Moses. Esau haven't found anything on Moses. He haven't found the body of Moses. They found the head, the skull of Geronimo and other great warriors, and put it in a fucking Yale, up there in the Skull and Bones. Bunch of devils. And this man's going down. He's going down. This is the closing credits of a good movie. He's done. He's done. And the things the bombs that's hitting them are bombs of truth. You hit somebody with so much truth that they want to kill themselves. What's that movie that Spike Lee made? It was Denzel was in it, and the Edomite actor. It was a bank robbery. It was a whole bank robbery. Somebody help me out. In that movie, you didn't realize until the end there was no money stolen out of that bank. It was not a dime stolen out of that bank. It was information of this guy. He was a bank president, I believe, played by Christopher Plummer. And I believe he was a Nazi or a so-called Jew or something like that. So the guy had the information that he was playing like he was a squeaky clean guy. But this guy had so he stole his pass to fuck up his reputation. Somebody help me out with the movie. I can't think of the movie. It was a Spike Lee joint. The whole movie was filmed in New York City at a bank. And here you got the cops, Denzel and what's this guy? I can't even say his name. But the guy from 12 Years a Slave. They worked together in a couple of movies, I believe. Which he's a Jake, even though he's Nigerian. And the whole movie was filmed in that area in New York, downtown Manhattan. And there wasn't a dime stolen. They was like, there's no money stolen. He went into the guy's strong box or whatever, and he got information, and he used it against them. You bring out certain truth about somebody, hidden truth, they might kill themselves. So, these people getting nervous. Esau is getting nervous, man, because this truth is fucking him up. And the world is coming against him, man. They're taking sides with the Palestinians, or not Hamas so much, but the Palestinians. But I'm watching the news. So people are waking up now, man. People are growing brain cells. So like I said, you can't kill the spiritual demon Satan with a 9mm. You can't kill him with a sword. I'm going to give you these precepts. Second Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. When we see something, the antennas go up. The average person, they'll see something, they'll say, oh, it's on the news, so it must be true. And we say something different. Look, even when I watch the weather, they'll say it's going to rain on a certain day, and I'll say in my mind, I ain't going to believe it until it happens. Because sometimes they'll give you the weather, and they say it's going to rain on a Monday, and it wind up not raining on the Monday at all. Or it might rain on a Wednesday. So you just get an idea of it. Anytime I watch something, I question everything. It says, for to this end also did I write that 9th verse, that I might know the proof of you, whether ye be obedient in all things. To whom ye forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgave anything, to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave I it in the person of Yahushua, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Furthermore, when I came to Troas to preach Yahushua's gospel, or the Messiah's gospel, and a door was opened unto me of the Lord. I had no rest in my spirit, because I found not Titus my brother, but taking my leave of them, I went from thence into Macedonia. So Paul went to these different places, right? We don't got to do that no more, because we can go to all these different places through the web. The web does our heavy lifting. See, it's silly that you got the IUIC all up in Africa. You got look, there ain't enough camps in America. Hell, there ain't enough camps. There's no camps in New York. There's no outdoor camps in New York right now. I said this the other day. You go back, some 15 years, you had camps all over the place in New York. The camp, when we set up the camp last weekend, there was no camps out there. Them guys done ran out of gas. Oh, the YouTube thing, we got to push this word out. Then you ran out of gas. That's that old bottle of wine. Moving on. Next precept. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, meaning this starts with the spiritual demon Satan, then there's a physical counterpart of the demon Satan, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. 9th verse, whom resist steadfast in faith. What does it mean to be steadfast in faith? Faith. To be tight in his faith. To be diligent. Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Meaning, you what you're going through is what your brothers are going through. But the Most High of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory, you were called first, and then eventually you were chosen. The ones that were called and wasn't chosen, you fell out. Jephthah fell out. He's a dry branch. He's an old wine bottle dried up with no wine in him whatsoever. And on that interview, he didn't even go into the scriptures. I don't even believe he quoted scriptures. Vocab was quoting all the scriptures. Glory by Hamashiach Yahushai. After that, ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle. This is beautiful scripture. After ye suffered a while, make you perfect, establish. I don't know where I got settled from. Established, strengthened, settle you. Let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. See that man, Zephyr, whatever his name is, he was not rooted and he was not grounded. I know what I want. I got this one right here, but I'm just checking out these other precepts. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be what? Rooted up. Bishop Jessup was rooted up because he was not of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why he took the name off of Yahushai, because he no longer believed. And he said, I'm about teaching Christ. Yeah, that's the white man. Ephesians 3 verse 17, that the Messiah may dwell in your hearts or your mind by faith. Hebrews 4 says they fell off not being mixed with faith, that ye being rooted and grounded in love. Colossians 2 verse 7, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith as ye have been taught. Who taught you? Men. Well, a man can't teach me. The Lord got to teach. That's not what the scriptures say. The Most High set up men to teach other men and women, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Ooh, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Messiah. So he threw the whole gospel out. Let me go here. See, the wine bottle or wine bottles. I'll go right to the point. Matthew 9 verse 17, neither do men put new wine, which is a new information, into old bottles. He was an old bottle, else the bottles break and the wine runs out and the bottles perish. So he gonna perish. But they put new wine into new bottles and both are preserved. Now it says here, birth. Mark 2 verse 22. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doeth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled. The wine represents the truth. So you got the truth that you an Israelite. The Gentiles are going into captivity. America's Babylon. And then all that went out of you. So the end result of that is you going on. You went right to vocab, and before you went to vocab, you were conversating with Jesus is the Word. Now this demon Jesus is the Word went to the GMS camp. You ain't gonna see none of the members of GMS wind up on. Can you imagine? Yashawam, Elder Yashawamba and Elder Ariel and the rest of them they all on a Vocab Malone show. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That's why Jesus is the Word had to walk down the street, because his head was getting fucked up. Real talk. Let's go to Luke 22. Luke 22:31. And Yahweh said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan, talking to Peter, hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as sift you as wheat, meaning break you down, destroy you. See, this guy, Japhet, Bishop Japhet, was broken down. He was broken down as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And Jessup's faith and all the people that followed him, their faith, they were just followers. They had a zombie mindset. Because as soon as he changed up, the very day he changed up, they changed up with him. So that they didn't have their own mind. So there was not one member of the Church of Berea in that school. Not one. They didn't double check things. He said some of them left. Yes, some. A few, some. And I don't believe they're going to teach I don't believe they're going to teach. That school is gone. That's going the way of the ICGJC. They're gone. They're a little local church in the hood. And when thou art converted, right, strengthen thy brethren. Acts 5 and 38, we should notice. See, that man Jessup was not a part of the men of the Most High, because he wouldn't have gone on Vocab show. Ran to Vocab, ran to him. Mikid, I can't wait to talk to Vocab and give me some comfort. And now, and his whole spirit, watch his old videos. He was like a WWE wrestler. But look at this, his spirit is totally different. He got a total different spirit on him. So really he was acting. He really never believed in this. It said, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it shall come to naught. We've been on YouTube since the very beginning. Okay? I'm going on 40 years in this truth. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest haply it happens, ye be found even to fight against the Most High. So we're on a special mission for the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and here you got elements trying to break this thing down. Who you fighting against? You fighting against the Supreme. So you got these small hats, which they're lurking in the background. That's in Psalm 64. They lurking. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Psalm 64. You people that can't get this, like the conscious community, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Don't talk to them. Don't have no discussions with them. Don't have no debates with them. Don't deal with them, period. You know what 2 Corinthians 6 say? Hear my voice of prayer, preserve the life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right, it's a secret. They do things behind closed doors. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who sharpen their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. We're the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Everything they do is evil. They in the morning they practice it. It was at Micah. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? That's why the whole world is coming against the motherland, so to speak. Really the government and the military. Not so much the people. Because just prior to this whole situation in the Middle East and the Levant, the people were protesting the head guy of that land. They were protesting them, and then this happened. So then as you read down, because this is short, it says, suddenly, it said, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. In other words, they're coming away from what they thought was the truth. They're fleeing to the truth now. They're leaving a lie. They know it's a lie. Even if you did something righteous in a righteous spirit, they still gonna say you're a liar, because it's like the boy that cried wolf. You do all this wickedness for years, all of a sudden you're a righteous guy. Ain't nobody gonna trust you. That's real talk. So just enjoy yourself until the destruction comes. Oh, there's another precept. I was going to put it down. I was going to put it on this list, but Hosea, show you that we're a spiritual people. I'm almost positive it's Hosea 1. Okay. Show you that we're a spiritual people and the Most High is with us. Ultimately, the Most High is going to deliver us and destroy this place through the angel, the Lord, and behind them the angels. It says, 7th verse, but I will have mercy upon the house of Yahweh, and will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow nor by sword, meaning physical bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen, meaning the angels are going to intervene. Now, this destruction is going to come physical, but it's going to be the angels igniting that whole thing to happen. So there was like the Red Sea, the crossing of the Red Sea. That was a spiritual thing. The Most High telling David, do not fight the enemy. I forget who the enemy, I guess it was the Philistines. But you would hear above your head the mulberry trees. You're going to hear rustling. And those are the angels on top of the trees swooping down on the enemy, destroying them. There was even a reference of the Maccabees. Let me see if I can find that. The angels helped the Maccabees. Let me see. Second Maccabee. Let me do it. Yes. Let me do it this way. Second Maccabees 10. Bear me for a minute. Let me start at really got to read the whole chapter. Let me start from the 16th verse. Then they that were with Maccabeus made supplication and besought of the Most High that he would be their helper, and so they ran with violence upon the strongholds of the Idumeans, the Edomites. which the Edomites are in the power seat right now. They're getting ready to get knocked off, spiritually getting knocked off. We can't knock them off. Bear me for a minute. Okay, I believe I found it. Let's go to the 29th verse. But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies, Edom, we read about Edom, from heaven 5 comely men, which are angels upon horses, with bridles of gold, and two of them led the Jews, the Yahweh, and took Maccabeus betwixt them, and covered him on every side, weapons, and kept him safe, kept Judas Maccabees safe. These were angels, but shot arrows and lightnings, those were lasers, against the enemy, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. So the angels came down and helped the Maccabees, Judas Maccabees. And there were slain of footmen 20,000. Ooh, that's a lot of men. And there were slain of footmen 20,500, and 600 horsemen. Because you had footmen. That's where the Romans get the legion from. And it was like that. That's more proof that the Romans are descended from Esau, because they rode on footmen. It said, and there was slain of footmen of the Edomites 20,500, and 600 footmen. A legion has 600 horsemen, and the rest of them were footmen. Usually it was like almost 7,000, could have been 6,000 and something. 6,000 some odd footmen, and the rest, it could have been 600 horsemen, 700 horsemen. There was always more footmen than horsemen. The ones on horse was of a higher rank. So the angels actually came down and fought for Judas Maccabees. So all these wars are spiritual wars. Let me come back to this. And because we're a spiritual people. So it says here, Hosea 1 verse 7, but I will have mercy upon the house of Yahweh, and will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Meaning the angels, the spiritual realm, is going to fight for us. And that happened on many occasions. There was times where we had the physical wars, but there was times where the angels intervened. And the angels are the ones that's going to fight. It says in Zechariah 14 and 14, Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem. So now let me come back over here. Let's see what Matthew 26 and 51 says. I'm going to try to move quick. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. That was Peter. And the person that he smote was Malchus, I believe his name was. Then said Yahushua to him, to Peter, put up again thy sword into its place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. The blessing that was given to Esau by Isaac, which is Yahushua, was a sword. So ultimately, how is he going to be taken down? With a sword. The modern day sword, the ICBMs. And this place will be a lake of fire. This whole place is 5,000 square miles will be engulfed in flames, and nothing shall escape it. Nothing shall escape it. We're just telling you the truth. Matthew 10, verse 16. Let's see what that says. See, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And this is not in any particular order. Romans 8, verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the what? Spirit. This is a spiritual warfare that we're fighting. So that situation happened in New Jersey with this Jake, with the woman shooting some small hats. We said that, they saying the Israelites did this, the black Hebrew Israelites. Well, wait a minute, there's many groups. You got to narrow it down to what group. It wasn't our group, because we don't push, we don't advocate that stuff. So that was the thing to demonize, which they're going to do again and again and again. They got to demonize us, man. For the law of the Spirit of life in Yahushua have made me free from the law of sin and death. For really the first verse is all we needed, not to be carnal. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, meaning he came perfect. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, and they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Esau minds the things of the flesh. He's a physical man. His only blessing was a sword. We're supposed to be spiritual men. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So this is a spiritual thing, man. You got a group. Remember when we first got on YouTube, there was a group. These guys were wearing sweatshirts, black sweatshirts, and it said something Israel something, and they were out there at the gun range shooting guns. I haven't seen them in years. They wasn't speaking or nothing like that. They was just out there with Israel on it, shooting out of gun range. Almost finished. Bear with me. Or go. Choice is yours. This is second. Give me a second. I'm sorry, second. First Thessalonians 5 verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. Abstain from all appearance of evil. Abstain from all appearance of evil. Evil means bad time. Evil does not mean wicked. Evil means bad time. The Most High is going to bring evil against this man. Evil means time ill or ill time. So when the Most High brings his destruction, he's going to bring evil against them. And it's the Most High is not going to. The Most High is going to deliver us, not ourselves. We're not going to deliver ourselves. So you had the Black Panthers years ago. Where are they now? You had another group called the New Black Panthers, but I heard that that's breaking up to some extent. Like I said, be subject to the government, right? It said, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, which is Most High, for there is no power but the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. When Egyptian was in its power, who established and set up that power? The Most High. The Babylonians. How did the Babylonians come into power and not another nation? Because the Most High. The Most High set it up, and he prophesied about it. The Medo-Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, the current Roman Empire, the new Roman Empire. You know, Revelation 13 is what deadly wound was healed. This started with came out of that power did not come out of Rome. The new Rome did not come out of Rome itself. It came out of Spain. It shifted. It says, whosoever therefore resisteth the power, meaning fights, you set up a thing to fight against this system, you're gonna lose. What did the Yahushua say to Peter? Put back thy sword, forever whoever liveth by the sword shall be perished by the sword also. Esau's only blessing was the sword. So how is he going to be taken out through the sword? The flying swords. Resist the ordinance of the Most High, because the Most High established him. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror unto good works, but to the evil. So when we go out there just teaching, Edomite comes up, he asks certain questions, we go to the scriptures, and then he winds up going his way, we go our way. We tell him the scriptures. Hey, when vocab rolled up on us, we went right into the scriptures. We showed him in the scriptures what we're saying by backing it up with the scriptures. So he doesn't even argue about Israel being the only nation being saved. He's arguing about the virgin birth and the virgin birth, the triune God and all that nonsense, which are straw man arguments. I did a video on that. So if you don't know what a straw man is, what does that mean, a straw man? Watch my video. I did it about a week ago. We got two more precepts in. We out of here. Pray that the Spirit is on me later today so I can more videos. Luke 20 verse 20. And they watched him and sent forth spies which should feign themselves just men, or feign themselves as righteous men, that they, and I said every last one of you camps, GMS, any of you that are truly teaching this word, there's spies in your camps. There's infiltrators in your camps. That they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. It said, let me read again. And they watched him and sent forth spies which should feign themselves just men. We're part of the, we're part of the holding posts, reading, hitting precepts, doing videos. So you got spies in there, man. And every man that comes into the camp, what's in my mind, this guy could be a cop, a federal agent, a spy. Every last one of you. So don't think, but you got past me. Every last one of y'all that came in. Every last the same goes with the rest of the apostles. Could this guy be a spy? Could he be a cop? Could he be this? Could he be that? They had him back there. You think they're not gonna have him now? It says Galatians 2 verse 4, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, which are spies, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua Hamashiach Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage, trap us up. Revelation 10:9, Revelation 10:10. So, let me see something here. So anyway, I'm going to say shalom.